Welcome back. Greetings. Shalom, Shalat, Islam. Hetep, Hotep, Assalamu alaikum. This is your humble host, Kanoa Ali Zoel, Maku Separate Panther, Kaiser 316 degrees. I'm coming back at y'all with another video. So this is part 2 of martial law, coronavirus. I'm showing you how all this stuff ties in. But, you know, we're going to do a little diverting to just highlight, obviously, what's going on in these jails. Because there's some wicked stuff going on in these jails, y'all. There's wickedness going on in these jails. And I'm telling you, like right now, like, yeah, I have access to vehicle. But you know what's going to happen? If a so-called police officer tries to stop me, I'm not stopping. I'm hitting the gas all the way. We're going to have to go on a high-speed fucking chase because you're never going to... I'm telling you. If I have to fucking shoot it out for my life, for my survival and my safety. Like, I don't know if y'all realize this, but on paper, my Christian nom de guerre is has what is it? What does that say? I would say that I'm classified as a vulnerable adult. Okay, I'm a vulnerable adult. I've had many different things that debilitate me, you know, physically and mentally. Okay, so I was also recently diagnosed with PTSD. Post-traumatic stress syndrome. You know, shit you get when you're in the army and shit. So, you know, that's not really uncommon for my neighborhood because we've been in a war. We've been in, you know, extreme amounts of stress and anxiety, etc. since the day we were born. Now, I want to talk to y'all about Minnesota's solitary confinement in the jails. So you see that this is the jail. This is the exact same outfit I had in the jails. Now I'm gonna read to y'all. This is knoxradio.com. So it says here a record number of Minnesota prison inmates. Now I'm not talking about prison, right? Initially, because I never been to prison. But let's keep on reading. It says here a number of Minnesota prison inmates were placed in solitary confinement last year. The Minnesota Department of Corrections placed inmates in solitary more than 8,000 times in 2018. The number of solitary sentences has been going up steadily for the last 2 years. Okay? It says here, last session, the Minnesota legislation passed a law requiring mental health screening for inmates being placed in solitary. Now, I didn't have no mental health screen, but you know, on top of that, I wasn't in prison either. So I wasn't an inmate, even though they were calling me an inmate, because never been convicted for nothing ever. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, I was in there and I was supposed to be OR'd. You know, if y'all heard the first part, I was in there. I was supposed to be OR'd. I wasn't because I didn't want to process, because I knew if I processed, they were going to charge me a bill. Matter of fact, you know, they charge me. If you go in there with money, they're going to take your money and then you're going to have to try to get it back somehow. Especially if, you know, you've been falsely arrested like I was, right? They take $20 straight off the top. If you have money on you, they're stealing that $20 and they're putting it in their pocket, calling it a booking fee. Ain't that about a bitch? You gotta pay them to book you. You have to pay them to book you. Ain't that about a bitch? You know, and that's the reason why I'm like, yo, Dakota County, I gotta get the hell away from Dakota County. I've tried to bring a case against Dakota County for what they did to me. And apparently you can't sue. Like Dred Scott decision, so-called Negroes can't sue. And at the time I was still labeled a Negro, you know, allegedly when that happened. Even though I did all the paperwork as far as I knew, right? To show my status as corrected, it is what it is. So let me hop right over here in here. So we're gonna talk about Pelican Bay real quick. So Pelican Bay State Prison. So this is a state prison. This ain't even a private prison, okay? So I want to let y'all know there's subtle differences, but not really too much differences, okay? Pelican Bay State Prison. Now, Pelican Bay has the only Supermax facility in the state of California. The 275-acre prison is located in Del Norte County, blah, blah, blah. The prison takes its name for blah, blah, blah. Okay. We need to get to the part of the conditions or how they explain this, okay? Now, it says here, two-man cells. That's a different facility, okay, or whatever. Let me get to where it's describing it. Here we go. It says here, this 8x10 cells of the shoe made of smooth, pure concrete. Okay, now, if y'all know, concrete decalcifies your pineal gland, for one. There's also a lot of contaminants and stuff like that that are in these cells. For one, I noticed that the water was, had some type of, it has some type of chemical added in there. So I was like, yo, I'm sitting there begging with the dudes, hey, I'm in drunk, I can't drink this water. It got shit in here. I don't know what the fuck that is. And plus, I'm in, when I was in SEG, I was in the spot, the part, Dakota County's SEG is inside of their intake. So in intake, the entire system over there, as far as I know, has a particular chemical to help so-called drunks get to come down from being drunk. But you're not supposed to be drinking that shit all the time, okay? Because it's a chemical. It's a foreign chemical. You're not supposed to be drinking that shit unless you're a fucking alcoholic and you're trying to sober up. But anyways, here we go. So it says here, shoe inmates are confined to their assigned cells for up to 23 hours a day. So that's 23-hour lockdown. And it says here, you're looking out through a perforated steel door. And it says here, food is delivered by correctional officers twice a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Okay, so that sounds like 3 times a day, but whatever. What I'm trying to say is that you're locked down 23 hours of the day in the shoe. And I'm telling you, the shoe in the Supermax prison of Pelican Bay is better than solitary confinement in Minnesota's private jail. And they put people in solitary confinement for fucking nothing. For nothing. For having a disagreement, or for you not doing exactly what these monsters want you to do. If you don't open up your butt cheeks and cough or something like that, they'll try to put you in solitary confinement. They will try to mentally scar you for your entire life if you do not want to get booked, despite you not even supposed to be there in the first place. Okay, these so-called police officers are criminals. They're all dirty criminals who I personally am going to fight tooth and nail until I get everything I deserve from them, which is honestly some criminal convictions and a lot of pain and suffering and emotional distress and everything else. I'm talking so many M's that they have to shut it down permanently. Okay? Because it is it's not only a violation to human rights, animal rights, civil rights. It's violation of all those. But we are in a time period where laws reason, rationality are out the window. Everything that's on paperwork, yes, it's there. Yes, it's true. But do they have to enforce the law? Do they have to enforce those codes? I would say absolutely no. They don't. They don't have to honor dick, nor are they honoring anything. They're not honoring nothing. If it's on paper, they don't care. It's what is this called? It's called like plausible deniability or something like that. They don't even teach them. You have to like literally come in there with their book and go, hey, this is where it says in your book that you have to do this particular thing. It's part of your job. It's part of your job. So I'm trying to tell y'all that this is the reality of the situation that we're in. It's a lot bigger than just this stupid ass fake corona disease, which is pretty much the exact same shit as the mad cow disease, exact same shit as anthrax, it's the exact same stuff as what was the other so-called disease that no one got affected by, but everyone was talking about it and everybody was going going crazy over it. But they do this public psyop over and over and over again. And they simply are just testing the waters as far as what they can do to you, how much will you allow it, and how far can they take it. How far can they take it? How much how much would the so-called American people allow? Here we go. And Y2K. You remember Y2K? You remember anthrax? Remember the what's now virus? You remember SARS? Do you remember the bird flu? Do you remember E. coli? Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. I'm telling you. Do you remember the Zika? You remember Zika? Come on now. In 2019, what was it? Was it measles? Come on now. Come on now. Give me. I'm gonna wrap this up, but this is my conclusion, and this is only the beginning on how deep I'm gonna go in exposing the state's fraud, the state's corruption, along with the federal fraud and corruption that's going on in the so-called government. Because I'm telling you, flat off the bat, I don't care if anybody gets mad. I don't care if the so-called de facto comes and destroys this channel. It doesn't matter. This channel is about a week old. Somehow I'm already the platinum status for subscribers. I'm already so-called having 1 million subscribers. I don't know how that happened because I don't see 1 million views. I don't see 1 million likes. I don't see even 100 likes. But that's what we bear witness to it. We're like, whoa, what's going on? But I do appreciate everybody who is watching, everybody who has subscribed. We appreciate everybody who's coming through, who is looking to collectively come together for the benefit of us, the gods who walk this earth, the creators, the nurturers, and the providers of this entire realm, which is us. You are a god. And these human scum is trying to steal your divinity, steal your identity, impose themselves as you, while they destroy the world, while they destroy this entire realm. We have to unite or perish. So with that being said, don't matter to me what you look like. It's what matters to me is what's on your inside. White and black reflects all through you, in your mental and in your external. So we are all watching. We're all bearing witness. Peace, love, and light to all that come through and get this message. Gratitude for your time and consideration. Peace, love, and light. White power.